My name is Tammy Wegener. I grew up in Seattle, specifically Shoreline. My birth mom, she came to Seattle in 1962 when I was born. Her name is Goodney, and she was born in 1939. She lived in Ballard, and she worked at Virginia Mason on Capitol Hill, and she was an EEG technician. And she stayed at a boarding house where there's a bunch of different room and board people that lived there. And I was with her, and we would go back and forth from the boarding house to wherever it was we lived. I was too young to know. And that happened a lot. So the owner of the boarding house offered to raise me. As an adult, I didn't have much contact with Goodney. In the family I was raised, there was a death, and I tried to get a hold of Goodney to tell her of the death, and I was told on the phone by her then husband that she had died. Took every bit out of me. I don't think I've ever cried my whole life like that. So, therefore, it was extremely, it was delightful and appropriate, the fact that I wanted to keep memories of her wherever I could find them. And I hadn't done very much gardening all my life, but all of a sudden have the desire and the want to start up a garden. So I had heard of a flower from my youngest daughter. It's called the bleeding heart. Beautiful heart-shaped blooms on a big tall plant. And so I went ahead and purchased one of those, dedicated it to Goodney, and watched it bloom. Well, the first year, a lot of times they did not bloom and blossom. But this year, the year that I did this, the bleeding heart had nothing on it, no blooms, really not a whole lot to it. And on September 3rd, which was her birthday, it bloomed, a beautiful pink heart. The fragrance of the garden and the beauty of the garden, it puts me in a different place when I'm looking at the garden and looking at the flowers in it. It takes my worries away, at least for a temporary moment. I'm dedicating it to people that I care about, people that I miss, people I wish were here with me, and since they're not, their souls are in my mind, in my garden. It gives me a place to go to reflect. All my life I've had to reflect on what if, and this way I can reflect on what was that I know of, and reflect on the fact that I know where she's at. She's in a happier place. It's a sadness, but it's a good sadness.